Let's see an algorithm to find the largest element in single linked list. Now there can be two cases that can occur in this case. The case 1, when single linked list is empty. So when single linked list is empty, begin will point to null. So when the begin pointer is pointing to null, single linked list is empty and we don't have nothing to do. The second case is when single linked list is not empty. So we may have set of nodes and the begin will be pointing to the first node. So when the begin is not null, that means a single linked list is not empty. So in this case, we can see that we have three nodes with values 3, 5 and 10. Now out of this, we need to find out which is the largest value. Now in order to do this, first what we do, we assign the value of the first node as a large value. So our first node, the first node is pointed by begin. So begin data is currently 3 and that will be assigned to a variable large. So large will be a variable that takes the value of the first node data. Then we make a pointer to point to the second node, which is begin next. Begin next means it's a second node. So we make a pointer, node pointer, which points to the second node. So second node is a begin next. So the pointer can point to begin next so that it will point to the second node. Now using an iteration, we can check what is the data which is present in this particular pointer. Here now it is 5. Now if this data 5 is bigger than the data which is present in the variable large, so large variable is currently having the value 3 and 5 is a bigger value when compared to 3. So we store 5 as the largest value for the time being. Now again during the iterations we make the pointer to go to the next node and do the same process once again. So PTR will go to PTR next and do the same iteration once again. We check what is the data present in the PTR now. Now PTR data is 10, which is greater or larger than the data which is present in the large variable. Now large variable has a value 5. So we can see PTR data with 10, which is bigger value. So whenever we get a bigger value during the traverse, that bigger value have to be stored in the large variable. Now in case if the node value is a smaller value compared to 5 in the previous case, like at the place of 10, if the value is 4, so we don't keep 4 into the large variable. Large will be maintaining as 5 itself. And then again pointer will go to the next node, then it becomes null. Once it becomes null, we can stop and automatically the largest value will come inside the variable large. So during the traverse, whenever we get a larger value in a particular node, that need to be kept into the variable large so that after the traverse, the largest value will automatically get into the variable large. Let's see the algorithm to find the largest value in single linked list. We have now written the algorithm inside a function which is named as find largest. First we check whether the begin is null. If begin pointer is pointing to null, that means single linked list is empty. We don't have nothing to find because the list itself is empty. Else, first we do create a large variable. Now large variable will be initialized with the data of the first node. So first node data can be accessed as begin data. Begin data indicates the data of the first node that will be stored into the variable large. Make a node pointer and that node pointer will point to the second node. Second node is begin next. Begin next indicates the second node. Now the pointer PTR is pointing to begin next. Node pointer is pointing to the second node. Now using an iteration, as long as the pointer is not null, first we check what is the data present in the current node pointer. So PTR data. Now if this PTR data is greater or larger than the variable large, so we got a bigger value at a new node, then keep that larger value PTR data into the variable large. So large equal to PTR data. So anytime during the iteration process we get a bigger value at a node, that value have to be kept into the variable large. Makes the pointer, node pointer to go to the next node. ptr next. Ptr next will makes the pointer node to move to the next node. Now this while loop will keep on repeating, and we get the largest value inside the variable large, and that can be printed by using cout statement. Here just printing the value of the large variable as the largest value in the list. Now to find the largest element in single linked list, first check single linked list is empty or not by checking the value of the list pointer begin. If begin pointer is null, that means single linked list is empty. If single linked list is not empty, that means begin pointer is not null. First, we create a large variable and it is initialized with the data part of the first node begin. Make a node pointer ptr assigned with the address of second node, that is begin next. And we need to repeat a loop until ptr becomes null. Now what we do inside the loop, if data part of the currently pointed node is greater than the value of the variable large, then assign the ptr data to the variable large, so that the variable large will maintain the largest value while traversing through the nodes. Node pointer ptr is assigned with the next address of next node ptr next. After the loop, now this loop will keep on repeating and we automatically go to the next node by ptr next and go and checks what is the data present in the ptr. If it's a bigger than the current large variable, we assign that data into the variable large. Now once this loop is over, after the loop we can display the value of the variable large as the largest element in single linked list. In case if you want to execute a program to find the largest value in the single linked list, first we have to keep the header file. Then we need to create a class. The name of the class here it is linked list. So we are creating a single linked list class. So first we need to create a node structure. The node structure will consist of two parts. The first will be a data where we can keep the data, and the second will be a node pointer which can points to the next node. So we have created the structure of a node which consists of two details. First is the data of the node and next is the pointer which can points to another node. There should be a global node pointer variable in the single linked list which is named as begin. Initially it is null. It should point to the first node. If there are number of nodes, begin pointer should point always to the first node. In the public section, we have to include the logic to find the largest element, which we have just now discussed. Now, other than the find largest, there should be at least one insertion method so that we can create the single linked list by inserting the value. Here we are using insert beg method for inserting a node at the beginning of single linked list. In the main section, we can create an object and insert a set of values into the single linked list by calling insert beg. So totally 4 values we are inserting at the beginning. So the list will become -20, 30, 20 and 10. If you find the largest by calling find largest function, it will display the value as 30 because 30 is the largest value in this case. Execute and see the program output. If you are getting the correct output, kindly comment below.